Good evening, everyone.
Boom.
Hi, Tom Kingery, J. Paul, Richie, thank you for being here. Mike, thank you for being here. Tom Kingery. Who else is in here? Mark will be up in a bit. Hi, Scott. How you doing?
Hi,
David
Anna.
Alphonse. Hey,
Hey,
Eamon Torch.
Marty. Hey, Paul.
Oh, a bunch of great people in here tonight already.
The first ad I got is Mr. Wonderful. It's trying to sell me something. I got to skip that.
Marty V, good evening. John, Finders Keepers, how you doing? So Richie, have you gotten out since last week and done anything, or?
I have. I can't say that I found a whole lot. Was it last week? I
Oh,
had my
and
little trophy. Did I show this last week?
yeah,
I
you
probably
did.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kelly and I went out dump digging. I got some glass that I've tumbled.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think you showed that last week.
No, it was a different batch. This one is glass I
Oh,
found since then.
okay.
Yeah. I was
Hi,
lucky
Grandma.
enough to
Excuse
dig
me.
enough good glass to tumble a batch.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Gopher Bill. Hi, Gregory.
I got one thing I know you haven't seen.
Ah, okay. Hi, J. Paul.
Um, Now this was made by Rebecca for the main dirt sweepers.
Yeah. A squatch.
Oh,
An Angry Andy squash, complete with the green legs and everything.
That is cool.
Yeah, she made it by hand.
And for you that don't know, that goes with this book. Hi,
Yeah, that's one of
Mary.
my children's books characters in two of my books, Angry Andy Squash.
Mike, Torchy wants to know what you're eating.
ice cream.
Ice cream. She figured that. But, hello, Carrie. How you doing? Yeah, I start my first therapy tomorrow. Hopefully, hi, Brian Silver Assassin. Welcome.
Hey,
And
Brian.
hopefully, what's in the next month, I can get back out and go detecting.
There you go.
Before everything starts growing back up in the woods where I can't get in to do the detecting.
Now, last week, Michael, you asked, I
Oh,
can't remember if it was last week or the week before you were on, Michael. You asked if I could make a character with your name in my book, so I did. You, you got a small part. You're going to be the pit boss in the
hi,
casino.
Jim.
Yes.
Oh, Mark can't join us. His microphone went. Well, thank you, Carrie.
Ed,
JP.
Ed was having technical difficulties. I told him I'm used to it. I'm on with Mark the Berg Hunter. There's always technical difficulties.
Mr. Lodak. How you doing? Amanda. Hello. Got 27 in the house. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, 5 Mile. Yeah, I had a really good time over at Angie and Rex. So, and hopefully they will make it by here someday, and we'll get to have lunch or coffee or something.
They're in West Virginia, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
They also have a place in Florida too, if I remember, or their mothers.
Oh, so they travel
Yeah, they go back.
away.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pat, how you doing? Hi, David Nelson M. And that's a new one. Looks like I got to wrench him up. If my chat will stop long enough so I can do it. So, and there we go. Mark, you really need to get yourself another new microphone. Well, thank you, Gregory. Tomcat Josh, welcome. Flash in the pan, right? Nice, thank you. guys. Oh, Tom Kingery.
Remember when we was teasing you, Michael, about the microphone? You got a good setup now. We can hear you nice.
Yeah. Hi, Deej.
Hey, Deej. Flash
Hi, Zach.
raid.
Oh. Oh, you need a whole new computer, huh, Mark? Ew, that sucks. That's not cheap. Never had a wrench for you. Got one now, David. Welcome to the stream and the family. Yeah, that's a rough one. Hi, Jeremy. Getting a new computer, you can't buy a cheap one because they just can't. Doing
It's
live
just
stream.
lag and everything.
Yeah, they lag badly. So you're talking, you got to spend some money to get it. Or I build my own, but even then, it used to be cheaper. Now it costs as much or more to build your own. So it's like, hi, bud. The only good thing about building your own is you get a clean copy of Windows 11 and it doesn't have a bunch of garbage on it that you don't want. So
I still haven't swapped over to Windows 11 yet. I'm still in Windows 10.
yeah, neither have I, but we got to because they're not supporting 10 anymore. So
Yeah, but they didn't support Windows XP, and I used that for years afterwards.
yeah, I know. But that was a better operating system. I wouldn't trust 10 on its own. So hi, Angie and Rick. Thank you again for
Hey,
having me up there tonight. Hello, Mark, the detectorist. Colonel, welcome. Yeah, I know, because I've been pricing out computers and parts, and it's like used to be able to save money building your own, but not anymore.
and my
But-
oldest son works in IT for the state, so so far I've been able to change out everything I've needed to in mine. But if I need a helper, I know who to call.
But I do know one thing on the lower end computers, even if they're brand new, they put the cheapest components they can absolutely get to put in them. So, well, thank you, Angie and Rick.
I got the other people in my household have those what they call them Chromebooks. They have a different operating system. They basically have the same operating system as your cell phone.
Yeah, kind of like Android.
Yeah, Android.
I had one once. I think it was called Windows. It was a cross of Windows and Linux.
Yeah.
And nobody got this computer, Fry's Electronics, for like $110. And I love the operating system. I could get on the internet and stuff, but because nobody else had it, it was hard doing some things with it. But there was no glitches. There was no bunch of garbage on it you didn't need. I mean, I loved it, but I just couldn't do everything I needed to do with it because of the system and the fact that
Yeah,
nobody else.
Another reason why I lag converting to the new operating system is I got some old software that
Thank you,
I
Tom.
never know it. I never know if it's going to work on the next system.
Yeah.
Because I got a graphics effect pedal that plugs into my computer, and I run it through my computer, and you can play my guitar right through the computer, sound system, and everything. So I don't
Yeah.
even use my amp or anything, and that's that's from the 90s. That's how
Yeah.
old that thing is.
Well, hi, Georgianne. That's what I hated, because every time they put out a new Windows, they always had where you could go in and make it back work with a previous version.
Yeah.
And as that went on, it worked less and less correctly. I mean, I remember the first one with XP worked really good with anything. Then Windows 7 and 8, it sucked, and Windows 10, it just doesn't work at all. So,
Windows 7 I thought was a decent system, but Windows 8 I thought stunk to high hell.
oh, well, Windows 8.1, that was the really bad one. Yeah, 7 wasn't bad. What I really liked, I preferred before was Windows 2000. That was a really good operating system. It just took forever to load to most computers.
Oh, back then most computers didn't have the oomph that the
Well,
ones
what we
now
just,
do.
because I was working in this business where I repaired and rebuilt the computers, and like, okay, we had an answering machine. It was computer based, all that. Hi, Danny. Hi, Julie. On
Hey,
your
Dan,
CPU, your Intel CPUs, they have so much memory cache on them. So your information is coming in real quick and it's stored up on that chip mindset and then letting it through. Well, they have a chip that's called a Celeron that has no memory cache on it. So as it comes in, it shoots right through the CPU and downloads to the computer. Well, we had this one computer. I mean, it was actually super fast. It was 1 gigahertz CPU at the time, which was big for then. But like I said, it takes 7 or 8 hours to load Windows 2000 to an Intel chip. We threw it on that one, and the whole system loaded in 45 minutes. And I'm looking at this engineer, and he's looking at me, and I go, I don't get it. Then we discovered it had this Celeron chip instead of the standard Intel. Hi, Gary. And no memory cache on the chip. So all the information is loaded directly to the hard drive.
well, I can answer Dan now. I really have no idea what they have out there now, Dan. I'm sure it's 1,000 times better than what I have. Mine's
Oh,
mine's right from the 90s. He's looking for an interface for his computer for plug his guitar into.
oh yeah, there should be some really great stuff out there for that. We have 41 in the house. Thank you, everyone. Bill and Christine, digging SoCal. Whoa, thank you. Gary says hello to everyone because he's on his phone. I understand that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't defragged my computer in a long time.
Gregory, most of your, since Windows 10 and 11, it does it automatically. You don't even have to tell it to anymore. That's just something they build into it. It defrags itself unless you disable it. So. I remember one time I had to do a defrag on my boss's computer, and he was out of town. I couldn't do it because all email came through his computer before it spread out to everybody else's, and there was another 13 computers this stuff went to. So you're getting all these emails daily to one computer. Well, he had everything on his computer under one file, and it had clogged up his hard drive. I couldn't defrag it because you have to have 10 to 15% open space in your hard drive to do a defrag. And I called him up. He was on vacation. I said, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, you can't do that. I go, we can't get any emails. It's not coming through your computer because it's all jammed up. So we missed out on some work because of that. Danny, have you been able to get out and do some detecting? Just wondering, brother. Dirt Devil, hello. Are you there, Mike? Mike, wake up, Mike. I'm talking to you. Have you gone out and done any detecting?
No, I'm not allowed to.
You're not allowed to? Okay. Oh, sorry, Danny. I bet you're chomping at the bits to do that. I know I am. Let's see. I wonder if John Finder's Keeper's still in there. He's gotten out.
I got out to a dump the other day with Kelly. I found a few bottles in that glass I showed you earlier that I tumbled.
Yeah.
A couple
I look-
license plates.
Like I said, I'm hoping to get out with the next month before everything starts growing up, which it probably already has. Because I thought there was only one home site on this property I've been hitting. There's a second home site. Basically, cat a corner from one end of the property to the other. So I got to go look for it. Only a week, Marty? Probably a few months. Half a year.
And Mark says he got out last week with Matt.
Cool.
Can I rephrase that statement that I just did?
Sure.
Okay. It's not my parents that will not allow me. It's the town that will not allow me.
Oh, you can't detect on the city property and stuff anymore? Oh, that sucks.
Now you'll have to get a permission somewhere from somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, that really sucks when they. But you used to be able to up until recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they passed the law, no metal detecting. Hi, Rick.
Yeah.
Or no digging, basically.
Usually they say no ground disturbance is how they word it.
Yeah.
So my mom's upset about it, and so is my dad. So it's like they're trying to figure out a way to get me out there, but I have to go through the town hall to have permission to go on the beaches or the properties or something like that. It's really, really bad. It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Some
happened.
places in the U.S. have done that too.
Yeah. Hi, Matt McBottles. Yeah, usually it's always because some idiot who's out there detecting decided not to fill their holes back in. Yeah, I used to see that back home. I never caught the one guy that I knew. There was one guy I could tell when he hit the park I hit a lot. A large park was over 80 acres. He'd just dig a hole, and if it was trash, he'd leave the trash in the hole or throw it to the side and leave the hole there too.
Yeah. I have gone metal detecting at a place 2 days in a row. Metal detect, and then come back the next day, and all my holes are dug up by a coyote. One place I'm pretty sure it was coyotes. Another place I think it was skunk. So it's not always somebody leaving them open. There's animals come along and open them up too.
Yeah, I follow.
Well, I was away in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and me and my parents got home, and I went over to, like, I live right across the street from my town's pool, and the mayor was there, and the mayor's like, "You better get over to the town hall. They're looking for you." What? Okay. What for? And they're like, "There's a lot of holes." I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just came back from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and he's like, "You better get over there fast." So I went over there, and there's the bylaw officer, the police officer, another town member was there, and they're like, "This is what happened." I'm like, "I've been gone for holidays. I just got back." And they're like, "Can you prove it?" So my parents got the papers, gave it to them, and they're like, "You were set up." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I know who set me up too." And they're like, "Do you really know?" I'm like, "Yeah." So they went over to the people that did it, and they admitted that it was a setup and everything. And they're just like, "We're just doing our duty as a member of the town." And they're like, no, you're not. You're destroying private property, and you're blaming somebody else doing it. So yeah, that was the other part that just completely went.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What I hated back home is that all the wood chip tot lots started going to the rubber pieces with carpet on top of it.
Yes. Well, people won't lose too much there, huh?
Yeah. Or if they lose it, they see it because it doesn't get buried.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, Tomcat Josh. People do need to show more respect. What used to irk me, I'd be out there metal detecting, picking up trash off the ground, and here'd be some man or woman with kids are walking 4 feet away from a trash can. They just toss their trash at it. It lands on the ground. They just keep running and walking. I can pick it up and throw it in the trash can. Hi, Yodi. Hi, Wendy.
Not sure what you're asking me, David Alfonsetti. Is it you mean any guitar playing videos on YouTube?
You're right, Gary, but there are laws against, like here in Clarksville, no public property at all can be metal detected.
Mm.
And no waterways in the state of Tennessee can be metal detected. You can magnet fish in them, but the Tennessee Valley Authority, which is the first and largest state power company ever made, says what you can and cannot do in the waterways there. So,
I'm not moving there anytime soon, Bill.
yeah,
We can't detect in the water. Of course, you guys have gators?
no, there's no gators here.
Oh, all right.
You just can't, they catch what they do is they fine you, they confiscate your detector, and you do not get it back.
well, I had
Well,
a
Thank you, Tomcat.
go ahead.
I was going to say I wouldn't want to be anywhere where I couldn't detect in the water. Up here, we can, if it's in the water, as long as it's not on a state park or something like that, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Or a historical site.
Yeah, I had a situation that I had permission from
Thank you, Julie.
the bylaw officer to do metal detecting, and I had permission to go to this place called Sunset Point, and it used to be a military base, and now it's like a park. So I had permission. I had like a paper thing to tell everybody that I had permission. So this guy shows up with this dog, and he starts yelling at me and telling me that I'm trespassing property and everything else. And it's public park. And he starts yelling at me and everything. And I'm on the walkway, and he tells the dog, sit him. So the dog's going around me, barking and growling at me, and the guy's having a wonderful time having the dog going around me. So I had my walkie-talkie, and I told my mom like what was going on. So she's rushing out and everything, and she's like, "What the heck is going on?" I'm like, "This guy is threatening me with the dog and everything, and I can't move because the dog's going around and growling and barking at me." So my mom's like,
Thanks for stopping in, Gary.
let him go. Like, come on. And the guy's like, no, I'm not. So he calls 911. The police show up. Police do investigation, found out that I had permission, that gave the papers to the officer. I'm like, here. And the guy's like, it's fake paper. It's fake paper and everything. The bylaw officer was right there, and the bylaw was like, no, I did it. I did the papers. I gave them permission. So he's yelling and screaming and everything. So the police arrest him because he threatened me.
Serves him right. I don't know. It's pretty hard to metal detect up your way, Michael, I guess.
Yeah, they're pretty hard here. Like, um, the mayor has decided that if I do metal detecting, I have to have metal detecting insurance. And I don't have metal detecting insurance because it does not exist. So I have a metal detector upstairs that is completely brand new, and I only used it once. So, sorry, Bill.
It's okay. How many people we got? 43. Yeah, what town are you in there in Canada, Michael?
Stainer, Ontario.
What? You're near
Skinner?
Ontario?
Yeah.
Oh, Skinner, Ontario. Okay. Do you know who Outdoorsy Gal is, Michael?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Deej was asking if you are near her, but I mean, if you think, or maybe you know her. Hi, Brad Hayden. How you doing?
I didn't even know she was still on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't either. I haven't seen anything in a while.
I can't remember what her first name was.
Thank you,
Chrissy?
Bill.
Is it Chrissy? It
Pardon?
was Chrissy, wasn't it? Her
I
first name,
think so.
Chrissy? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. She had some great videos. I remember that. Hi, Don Roller Creeper.
Yeah.
You know, that's the strange thing about YouTube. You get people on here that you like to watch, and all of a sudden they disappear, and you don't think about it. And people come and go, and then, oh, has anybody seen so and so? No, not in a few years. You know, they just quit putting out content most of the time.
My bat stacking channel stopped putting out content like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh. I met her in Ottawa. I mean, not Ottawa, Toronto. I don't know who it is.
Anybody else getting the new the Mind Lab Manicore? A lot of people have been getting those lately.
Hi, Mandy. I know I'm
Hello,
not getting
Mandy.
money soon.
I had
I
no
know-
interest in one.
I know you can get them for like $1,200 right now, which is a great price.
I'd
Yeah, I
rather
don't-
put my money into another coil for my XP Days 2 than get another machine.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be true. I heard that they're going to jump in price by 50% here in the next couple of months as soon as the tariffs, hit. So,
Mind Lab builds everything in Malaysia, basically.
yep. So only their first line of machines, the Xterra 30, 50, and 70, were built in Australia, and they switched to Malaysia. 1 year ago,
Matt,
50 Salmon in Owen Sound, Ontario. Thank you, John Chum.
Mark said Matt SWPA got a Manicore and he loves it.
Loves it.
He already had a Mind Lab, didn't he? The Mind Lab people are the ones mostly going for it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too many people swapping from some of the other brands to a Manicore.
I've seen two guys that hung up their Manicores and went to the Legend. So
I downloaded the brand new 3.02 firmware update for my Deus, tested it out on my neighbor's lawn. No, basically I can find the same targets in deep mode as I can in fast mode. Almost very little difference.
oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Misty's got an E-Track. Great machine. I never heard of anybody.
Does it come with a free shoulder surgery certificate with that?
Yeah, but I mean they were pretty well balanced. So I mean I know they're heavy, but so is the CTX 3030. But you know.
I used to swing the Xterra 705 with a 15-inch coil. That you want to talk about workout for your shoulder? That was a workout.
Yeah. But yeah, Mark, I bet you do regret selling the Knox 600 in your Impact. I remember when I got
my Impact.
I actually wish I would have done. I mean, I got to knock the double score, but just before that, I can't remember if it was eBay or Amazon. They had brand new 600s. This was soon after the, about a year after the 700, 900 came out. They dropped them down to $363 for brand new Equinox 600. I should have bought one.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty happy with what I have now.
Well, I've been looking at just the XP Deus because they're down to $599. I know it's not a two, but it's still a great machine.
It's original.
The original, yeah. They're down to $599 out plus tax out the door, which freaking great price.
Yeah.
Now I know the Oric's supposed to be a dumbed down machine, but they call it their gold machine too. So does it have different frequencies? Do you know of over the days?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about the ORX.
Oh, okay. I just wondered.
I know Liz from Digging Canuck had one.
I do know that like on your Whites and Garrett's, their gold machines, their low frequency starts around 20 and they go up to like past 40 to 60 and 80 kilohertz, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Wow, you think you're missing silver rings with the 700, huh, Danny? That's interesting. Oh, the XP machines are super light 5 mile. That's one reason everybody loves them. Now, there's one thing I want to get. I sold my Vanquish 440 because I should have bought the 540 right off, but I didn't. Because for relic hunting, the 540 has a high and low iron bias, whereas the 440 didn't. So you get down in a bed of where there's nothing but tons of square nails scattered on the property. It just drove that poor Vanquish crazy because I couldn't.
At that group dig I was just at, there was the guy there. He had an AT Pro with the stock coil.
Yeah.
I had my Deus 2 with the 11-inch stock coil.
Hi, Moon.
I said, you want to feel how light this is? You put that on and go, wow.
Yeah.
It would be a big wow going from the AT Pro to a Expeditors.
Oh yeah. I mean, AT Pro's what, a little over 4 pounds, isn't it?
Yeah, plus it wasn't balanced that great.
Yeah. Good night, Anna. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Dana.
300 pounds of dog food by yourself. I'm so sorry.
I call DoorDash or one of those.
Wait a minute. I own Roberto's in here. Oh, Robster. Okay. I was
There's
thinking.
Rob.
I was thinking of when he said Roberto. That was a guy that had a detecting channel in New York. It's Puerto Rican, Roberto. Great channel. He hasn't put it out in a while. Good evening, Rob.
Howdy, howdy, guys.
Hey, Rob.
Move your microphone, Rob. There you go.
I'm getting it. I just realized I'm getting it. Oh, how we doing?
Crank it up a little bit, Rob. You're real low, at least on my end. Anybody else having trouble hearing him? Or
No,
just
It's slow.
Last night, Bill.
Oh,
No, to keep the feedback.
yeah. Well,
There
let
we
me.
go. How's that? Better?
Much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned this mic way down on StreamYard last night because of that feedback we get with the dual camera setup.
Yeah. Well, I just turned it up on my end too, so I can hear you. So.
All right, Richie. I don't have the exact questions here, but I do have a good trivia question. It's book orientated, so I figured this would be right up your alley.
Oh,
What
we'll see.
Tom Hanks movie? What movie that featured Tom Hanks was the follow? How did he phrase this? What was the name of the follow? What was the name of the movie with Tom Hanks that the sequel was called Angels and Demons?
Oh, that was the treasure hunting movie.
Come on, one of you two got to know this answer.
I know
It's
that.
a-
No,
It's a treasure hunting movie.
Dan Brown was the name of the author of the book.
Sorry, Scott McClory got it. Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code, correct.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
A lot
I could not
of
remember
people in trivia missed that one. It was a 2-pointer. I thought that was a pretty hard 2-pointer.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jackson's not here to ask, but we had 17 teams tonight, and it was only the four of us, me, Denise, and my best friend Steve and his wife, because the other two couples we play with to make a team of 8, the other two couples have gone back up north for the year, so we're down to just the four of us for the summer. And 17 teams, and we kicked ass and finished second.
Nice.
You get the sheets?
No, I didn't get the one back.
Oh, you didn't get it back from him?
No, 'cause
Okay.
I had to take photos.
Yeah, we had a fill-in DJ tonight. Our regular guy's on vacation with his family, so we had a DJ. He doesn't give you your score sheets back the other night like the regular guy does. Thank you, Scott. Hi, Deej. Evening, Michael Farley. Yeah, those are good movies, Michael Farley or Paul. Those are good movies. Get what one? Oh yeah, we'll give you guys the final question because we didn't bet. We bet 0, and we stayed with our 118 points that we had because we finished the night in 4th place. So we stayed with our 118 points. All right, here's the bonus round question for all the points. And it's tough because it's a 5-parter. 5-parters are so hard. Yes or no, were these states admitted to the Union as a state in the country in the 20th century? Yes or no to the 20th century becoming a state? Oklahoma, New Mexico, Hawaii, Alaska, and Utah.
Well, Alaska and Hawaii are yeses.
Yeah, those are our easy two. We got those pretty easy.
I'm going to say New Mexico, New Mexico,
With those two.
New Mexico, and Utah are yeses. I say the others are no.
So you think Oklahoma's a no?
Right.
Bill?
I have
What do
no
you think?
clue.
Mike, you got any idea? Mike's not listening. Okay, 5 Miles says no, yes, no, yes, yes. Hi, Miss Deej. Good guess, 5 Mile, but it's actually yes, 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 no. Utah was 1896. All the rest of them were the 1900s, and we guessed no, no, yes, yes, yes. So we reversed two of them, but we stayed put. We didn't bet any points, and everybody else that bet points got zero, and only one team guessed it right and doubled their points, and they finished first, and then we stayed put in second. The two teams above us, they both guessed and got it wrong and got zeros. So we wound up with the second place gift card tonight. Very, very nice. Rocky Mountain Braggers. I knew that. Hi, Miss Robin. Hi, Kings Gold, New York. Hi, Brian Aurelier, Mr. Bart Cubbins. Yep, Oklahoma was 1907. Absolutely, Joe. And Utah was 1896. I thought Hawaii and Alaska both came in 49. They did not get admitted till 59. Hell, that was only 2 years before I was born. I didn't know that they came in that late. I thought they
Yep.
came in the 40s.
No.
Detecting with Jim. Good evening.
What a big mistake that was. What a big mistake that was for Russia selling us Alaska.
Yeah, let's hope they don't try and claim that back like they have Crimea. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not Crimea River, Denise. And I'm not going to get into politics tonight, but I will tell you this. I read a lot of news, guys, and I watch a lot of news, and I've been following this drone attack on those air bases in Russia. That was a freaking stroke of genius. Whatever person in their intelligence organization organized that coup, that was something I thought only the Mossad could pull off. And what a freaking, they're calling it Russia's Pearl Harbor. Just freaking outstanding.
Yeah, look what damage you can do now with a little drone.
Yeah, I mean, you drop a drone with 20 or 30 pounds of C4 on it. I watched that one where they dropped it on the wing of that bomber. They put it right on the wing of the bomber where it went into the fuselage, and you immediately saw the whole wing just fall right to the ground. And I'm like, that you can't repair that plane. That plane's gone. And they're saying that 3 out of the 4 models of that plane, Russia doesn't even build anymore. They have to import them, so they can't get them anymore. And the one plane that they do build, the Tupolev 106, they only produce 2 a year. It is, Julie. That's why Denise doesn't watch the news. But I am a real junkie following this war in Ukraine. I really am. But and here's another good question that we missed tonight. If you took all of New York subway's subway tracks, and you laid them end to end, would they go to Chicago, Dallas, or LA?
Hey,
Would you say, Mike, LA? That's what I guessed.
I'm going to say Dallas.
And that's what everybody else at the table guessed, except for one other guy that said Chicago. And it turned out to be Chicago, which really surprised me because that's about 400 miles from New York. And I thought for sure if you laid all New York subway lines, considering all the lines they have that are parallel and how many subway caverns they have, I thought, yeah, everybody's saying it's Chicago. I thought LA too, Paul, and we got that one wrong. That was a 5-pointer. And my religious buddy, Steve, who's like a religious fanatic, he missed our one Bible question tonight. I told him, I said, I'm very disappointed you, Mr. Christian Nazi, for missing our Bible question. The phrase live by the sword, die by the sword is in which one of the 4 Matthew, John, or Luke?
I got no idea.
We didn't either. And he says, I'm not sure. And he went to the bathroom. So I'm like, he didn't even sit here and think about it. So we guessed John, and we think it was Matthew. Chicago, I'm tunneling down. Howdy, Danny boy. Yeah, I think it's Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia's saying Luke. We got okay, I'm gonna Google that right now.
Yeah. I'm Roman Catholic, so
Be right back.
I got a trivia question.
Is it Matthew? That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
What is the connection from Winnie the Pooh and Robin Williams' movie Hook?
Ask
Winnie the
that
Pooh.
again, Michael.
The Winnie the Pooh animated movie or the Winnie the Pooh book?
The cartoon.
Just a minute.
What's the connection between Winnie the Pooh animated movie and Robin Williams movie Hook? Yeah, I don't know that one either.
The voice person that does Winnie the Pooh is also in Hook. He's the part he says hook, 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 hook.
Oh, he's the narrator?
Yeah.
Yep, I didn't know that at all.
Well, if
Yeah,
that
Danny,
question
well,
ever pops up, Rob,
I Google everything, Danny. What's up, Richie?
if that question ever comes up, again,
We'll
you
know
can
it
thank
now.
Michael.
We'll
Yeah.
know it now.
Yeah.
They had one question tonight that was right up my alley. I can't remember what it was, but I knew that without even. Oh, she took the book back. No, it's all right. Christopher Robin, there you go.
Yeah.
Even David Nelson. Whoa. Let's not go there, Tomcat Josh. As for a guy who worked for Disney 10 years, I don't take real kindly to Disney being dissed. Sorry. Night, Danny boy.
Night, Danny.
Hey,
Peace.
Dan.
I got into a huge argument with somebody on Zoom one night when he said Walt Disney was a deserter in World War One.
No.
He drove an ambulance for the Red Cross, lied about his age so he could get over there and do something for the Allies. He lied about his age so he could drive an ambulance for the Red Cross.
Yep.
Trivia, what does news stand for? That's a good question.
Never really thought about it.
I do know what supposedly ESPN stands for, which is every sports person's network, but I've been told that that's not actually true. Yep. Angie,
Well,
Mr. East just brought me my coffee.
Scott McClory has the answer. North, east, west, south.
Oh, that's right. I've heard that before. Man, Scott McClory's all over this stuff. Hi, Kelly.
Maybe you need to bring him join your
What's his
team
group?
down there, Rob.
NEWS News, Northeast, West, and South.
Yeah, they asked the question.
Oh, that's right. They have. But I said, what does ESPN stand for? Every sports person's network. ESPN. That's why I read ESPN, the magazine. You know, that was the funniest thing when they had that female in that commercial and she doesn't understand it. ESPN is ESPN. And I thought it was hilarious, but I guess somebody determined that made fun of women. So they pulled that commercial right away. I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Scott has your answer. Entertainment Sports Network.
Yep, Jim Seal. I am the man at trivia, Scott McClory says. Ah, You are right. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
Hey, Jimbo.
In 85, they changed it to ESPN, but it originally started off as the long one, but it got too long. It got too long to use.
You don't need this, do you?
No, I'm not going. No, we're not doing coins tonight. I'm way too tired to do coins tonight. I know, King's Gold. Everybody's so PC correct now. It's hard to make fun of everything. Yep, founded in Bristol, Connecticut. That is correct.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jim.
There's this guy who shows up on my shorts all the time on YouTube. He's a hilarious comedian, but he's definitely on the edge.
There's a lot of, what's his name? The stand-up comedian that's in, he's in the Mandalorian show.
Is it Dave Chappelle?
No, he's a white guy. So Scott McCoy will help me out here. He's a stand-up comedian, but he played the former stormtrooper in.
Not Pete Davidson, is it?
No, it's Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
He took some crap for being he took some crap for a while for being politically correct, and you know what? He said screw it, and he kept doing it, and he didn't let it stand in his career. But yeah, Bill Burr doesn't mess around. He's pretty politically incorrect.
I love Bill Burr. He's awesome. Nobody's more incorrect than Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, who's the other one who does all the roasts? Right.
Hi, Mandy. Yeah, there's what Jim MD Melbourne put. News means nothing ever worse. See, Jim, that's funny.
Nikki Glazer. She's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
too.
Nikki Glazer. Yeah, I like the female comedian they just gave that new TV trivia show. She's still young.
Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah, he was a good one.
Oh, Andrew Dice Clay.
Sounds like a good place to live, Jim.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Mark the Berghunter says, I know I might get in trouble for this, but I really miss midget bowling. That was fun to watch. I admit it. I liked it.
Midget bowling, midget throwing, midget tossing into the into the Velcro. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Good for you, Jim. Good. There you go, buddy.
Yep.
I've got my politically incorrect shirt on this morning. I don't like morning people or mornings or people. That one's courtesy of Denise from Amazon. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mystic. Yeah, Ricky Gervais doesn't give a crap either.
I bet all of you seen Game of Thrones, right?
Nope.
I've actually never watched the show, Mike, but I've watched a lot of clips of it.
Oh, okay.
I've never had HBO.
Denise gets Netflix with her, or Paramount. I think Paramount Plus. Denise gets with her Walmart Plus subscription. That's a deal and a half.
Is your problem, Cat? Come on.
Oh,
Well, go.
Those who watch racing, the NASCAR races have been on Amazon for the last couple weeks, and they got like 3 or 4 more weeks they're going to be on there. So unless you got Amazon Prime, you can't watch
Get
NASCAR
in there.
races.
You know, they did that same thing with a few football games. Richie, they started putting
Yeah.
a few football games on the pay channels only, and that
Yeah,
really,
Netflix. Yeah.
Ray,
yeah, that really pissed people off.
no, get up in here. Come on, get up in here. Ray, get
I bet
in
you
there.
guys seen Downton Abbey.
God, what's wrong with you?
Still trying to herd cats again?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to hurt cats.
Those are great commercials.
Me and my parents love Downton Abbey.
Jim, I've heard of that show, but I have not watched it. Yes, I do know we all know. Yeah, what HBO stands for, home box office. Absolutely. Oh, Ralphie May was the best, Georgianne. Denise and I watched. We watched Ralphie May, and we watched who was the other big heavyset guy that died, honey? Who did?
Mitch Hedberg?
Who?
Mitch Hedberg?
No, John Panette.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Panette was pretty funny.
Mitch Hedberg was funny. He was different. He was a hippie comedian. He had a little different vibe to him.
Maggie Smith was great in Downton Abbey,
What
but
are you
she
doing?
was better in Harry
Get
Potter.
in the box. Get in the box.
A Fluffy's still funny. Absolutely, King's Gold. Denise and I watch every one of his specials that come on, and he's been in several movies now. He was in both the Magic Mike movies. That first Magic Mike movie, when you see Channing Tatum on that roof when he's a roofer doing that roof, that's filmed in a Tampa neighborhood, and then when they go out for that party on the island, that is the island that I metal detect in several of my videos. Out here, it's called Caladesi Island. They filmed that right here, and the island just about 2 miles off our coast here. There you go. That's for you, Richie. Scott
What's
McClory's
that?
question.
That's an easy one.
Oh, there it is. What designates something as being prehistoric? Is it anything before the year before Christ died? Or?
No,
I always thought it was before written language.
exactly. At least that's
That's
what
what I
I
thought it
was
was.
told.
Yeah, I always thought it was
Written
before
language is prehistoric.
before written language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Kingery, if it's prehistoric, if Jim Steele used it as a child. Wow, Tom, that's an autism Mary slang.
So I got a connection with Magic Mike.
You do?
Yeah. Not like the movie, but I had a little girl that had Down syndrome. And every single time that she came in my store where I worked at, she's like, Magic Mike, Magic Mike, Magic Mike.
Oh, that's what she called you?
Yeah. She did that every single time. She gave me a hug.
That's
She's like,
cute.
Magic Mike, Magic Mike.
Yeah, 5 Mile. I don't know if there's a comedian out there who's as non-politically correct as Tom Segura. Tom Segura gets pretty nasty. Yeah, he gets pretty nasty. Jim says it's 12 o'clock lunchtime there. It is 10 p.m. here, Jim. Morning, Northern Found Frank. Oh, Scott McClory says we're right, Bill.
That's thoughts of before written language. Hi, Frank. Is prehistoric. Think about it. The word historic. What do you
the
get?
beginning of history, the beginning of written history, yes.
Written history. Yeah. So actually, in a way, I mean, I know everybody's probably seen the movie 300 about the Spartans.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie.
Well, not only a great movie, but what a lot of people don't realize, the reason Sparta went away, I mean, they had a democracy, they had a Congress, and a Senate. They had two kings. They had to agree on something. They'd never had a written language.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had no written language, so everything had to be remembered in memory, all their laws and stuff. So that is one reason for their downfall. They had no written language.
Anthony Jeselnik is flipping hilarious. About as un-PC as you can get, and he uses more C words than any comedian I've ever heard, but he is flipping hilarious.
Yeah.
If you ladies are easily offended by vulgar language, do not watch Anthony Jeselnik. Denise won't watch the guy with me.
Or Andrew Dice Clay.
Or, well,
I-
he's
I-
way worse than Andrew Dice Clay.
I wish Anthony would come out with a new special. I mean, he's only put out 2.
Yeah, Scott, you could not watch him with your in-laws, absolutely, or your in-laws' nephews or whatever.
Bob Newhart was like, yes, he was. Oh, I love Don Rickles.
Yeah, somebody else just said Don Rickles. He
Hey,
he was an original roaster. Yep.
yeah.
I still get a kick out of Rodney Dangerfield. I could watch his clips over and over.
Oh, he was phenomenal in Caddyshack.
Anything.
Yeah.
Take my wife, please.
I like it with the Ted's trying on the hat there in the
I was
clubhouse.
just thinking of that scene. It looks but it looks really good on you.
I wouldn't wear that to a dog fight or whatever he said.
Give me one of these. Give me some of these. I'll take a half a dozen of those. Yeah, it's funny because he made it bigger in life. He made it finally big, but later in life, you spend your whole life grinding, and that's the same with like, oh my God, the guy that played Frank Drebin,
Oh, crap.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Leslie
Yeah.
Nielsen was a serious dramatic actor, but he could never be the main lead. He was always like second or third male lead. He just couldn't get that big male lead as a dramatic until he finally started doing comedies in his late 40s, early 50s, when he started doing stuff like Airplane and the Naked Gun movies. And man, his career just took off as a comedic actor.
So, that movie Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who's in that.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Who was it?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they did the movie around where I live.
Where's that at?
What?
Where's that at? Where you at?
Hollywood.
Didn't know that.
So,
Anyways,
my uncle at the time, he was the hockey coach for the Hollywood
good night, Jimbo.
And in the movie, he's there, and he is in the names that come up.
Oh, he's in the list, the cast list.
Yeah. So, he passed away a long time ago, but my mom used to like watch it every single time and see him. So yeah.
Howdy, Captain Vic.
But,
Yeah, Mary
fine.
goes, Jim, I forgot it's winter there. That's right, because their Christmas is summertime.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about Leslie Nielsen. The reason he was so great at that deadpan comedy, he was deaf. So he wouldn't read when he did regular drama and stuff. He'd read people's lips so he'd know what the next line was. To pull off the comedy, he just wouldn't watch what they were saying. Then he'd come up with an answer.
It's past my be quiet time tonight, so
Okay.
drop into the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Richie. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
up.
Night, everyone.
Oh, not Lauren Morgan, Leanne Morgan. Yeah, I've seen her a bunch of times. What happened to Mark tonight?
His microphone died on him.
Ouch.
Actually says he needs a new computer too. So
Surely you can't be serious. Yes, I am, and quit calling me Shirley.
surely, yeah.
Take care, Jim. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
No, like I said,
Howdy, Greg.
think if he could hear, he wouldn't have that same facial expression, as being a deaf guy.
Guys, these guys are quoting naked. Nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a classic Rodney Dangerfield right there.
Yep.
Oh, Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious were two well, back in the day, cassette tapes that I watched over and over. And when I went to my video store, those were two highly requested. When I had, I did sales. People like, do you have Delirious or Raw in stock? And the second I got one of them in, it didn't make it through a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Benny Hill's always a classic too. Roger, over. What's your Vector?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Do you like Gladiator movies? Timmy, do you watch Gladiator movies? Yeah, you could never do a pedophile joke nowadays. There would just be no way that any studio would let you do a pedophile joke now. Jackson, here's that cassette tape. You're an asshole, Jackson. It was that thing they had right after reels to reels and cassette and 8-tracks. Well, Bill, I got 1,100. I got 1,100 halves taken back tomorrow or today. I hit 7 banks, and my goal tomorrow is to try and hit 8 or 9 banks and get 12 to 1,300 back tomorrow and try and get these coins. Denise took 2 of the 4 boxes I have here to the truck tonight, and I still got a half a box in the truck still. I got rid of 300 of the quarters today. I'm going to get rid of the other 200 tomorrow. And then hopefully by Thursday, when I get another box coming, I'll be getting caught up on getting coins out. Another great one, Mystic. Yeah, absolutely, Zed. He probably doesn't know what the hell that is either, Zed. Did well today, 5 Mile. She was very happy with my results. I have hit 20 pounds on my weight loss, and things are going well, progressing well. I will see her again next Tuesday. Point roll hunting is, well, yeah, re-rolled them all. I sat here and re-rolled them today, guys, while I was getting my ass kicked at chess. You can't re-roll. I did this. I told Bill this last night after we got off air. I said, you cannot try and play complicated games of chess and re-roll coins, because I would look up and I'm like, what the hell happened to my queen? Where'd my queen go? You just can't play chess while you're rolling coins. Couple of the banks one of the banks today asked me, she says, do you check these before you turn them into us? I go, thank you, Tortsy. And I said, yes, I do. And she goes, okay, because we have a guy that comes in and asks if we ever get coins, and I need to let him know if they didn't check that. I said, oh yeah, you can definitely tell him. I guarantee he's not going to find anything going through these halves again. Captain Vic.
I have alcohol liver.
Probably save that one for Saturday night, because Charlie's not monetized. So
Yeah,
thank you,
my
Mr.
doctor
Julie.
said I have alcohol liver.
oh yeah, Jimmy Carr's screwed, but Jimmy, yeah, he jokes about incest and pedophile all the time.
Why is that?
But he does it with that dry British. Yeah, I think Jimmy Carr is absolutely freaking hilarious. Denise and I just went and saw. She came to St. Pete to the St. Pete Mahaffrey Theater. We just went and saw. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot her name. Not Amy Madigan, Kathleen Madigan. And Denise and I really like her stand up. She does a great stand up on the missing flight that disappeared over the ocean. She does a whole routine on that, and she does one traveling with her family to Europe. But she had all new material. Her entire hour and 15-minute stand up was all new material we'd never heard before, and it was pretty flippin' hilarious. And then she had a local guy open up for her that did about a 12-15-minute set, and they were very handicap friendly, accessible. They made it very easy for me to get in and out of there. And Denise and I really enjoyed a really nice out a few weeks ago. Great seeing you, Zed. Well, Bill, you want me to get a race going?
Sure, Rob.
Because it's already 10:15, sir. Oh, that was another good trivia question tonight. Is Michelle Obama's book, and I can't remember the name of it, but is Michelle Obama's book, best-selling book, Amazon's #1 all-time best-selling book? Yes or
I
no?
would say no.
You are correct, sir. But I didn't know what it was. He knew what it was, and it surprised me. The original Hunger Games book is Amazon's best all-time selling book.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That is surprising.
I mean, I knew Hunger Games I knew that was a phenomenal movie, and I knew the 3 books were pretty big, but I didn't know that was Amazon's.
Yeah, that is. Wow.
The Hunger Games is an excellent series.
Yes, they are.
Oh, if they did a reboot, who would be Mr. Snow?
That's a good question, Mike. Let's see, who would we use now that Donald Sutherland's gone? That's a really good question. I'm going to sit here and think of that. So who would be the older distinguished actor that could play? Wow. Howdy, Chop Shop. I'm going to have to think about that. Well, again, we were just talking about him tonight. You got Leslie Nielsen, but again, people would think of him in a comedic role. Same thing with Steve Martin. Even though Steve Martin's had some dramatic roles, people still think of him as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
Is Christopher Lee still alive?
No, he passed away 2015. I
Yep,
think.
he'd have been another one.
Yeah.
He would have had the gravitas to pull that off.
I mean,
See,
that
Mike,
guy
now
was-
I'm gonna be laying in bed tonight, Mike, thinking of that.
I mean, you look and read back about Christopher Lee. That man was amazing. Yeah, I mean, movies, director, writer. He sang heavy metal. He put out 3 heavy metal albums. World War II, he was a spy. And he never, ever talked about it. I remember watching Dick Cavett. He goes, could you tell us about your wartime experience? And Chris really was the guy that, well, I could, but then I would have to kill you.
Yep.
But he wasn't kidding.
He wasn't kidding either. So, Sam Elliott's a good one.
Oh, yes. Sam Elliott's a good one. Thank you. Who said 5 miles said Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
Didn't even think of Sam Elliott.
Yep. Wendy said it too. In the
Gary Oldman. Gary
Big
Oldman's a
Lebowski.
great English actor. Yeah, Ian McKellen. That's very
Ian
good,
McKellen.
David. That's the one name I couldn't think of. Thank you, David. That's probably your closest actor to the guy. Yeah, the guy that played it that died. Thank you, David Nelson. You get my vote there.
Oh, who played the original? What now? What do you? I missed that. Rob.
Yes.
He replaced somebody. What character was he playing?
Rich. Mike just said it. The Donald Sutherland from the governor, or what was it, Commander Snow, whatever. The guy that played.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In the Hunger Games. Yeah, Ian McKellen. That would be my vote.
Would Vincent Price do good if he was still alive?
Probably. He had a great voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Mark, Sam Elliott's one guy that my girlfriend and my mother could both agree on. Okay. For sure. All right, guys, if you haven't made a comment in the last few minutes, please make a comment.
Hey, James Eller.
Hi, James. How are we doing tonight, Jeremy? Digging up the Carolinas? Mr. Gregory Gibson. I may do a big loop tomorrow, Bill, while getting rid of these coins. I may go back down to my big silver guy. He's about 30 miles away, but I may work my way down there, and if I do, I'm gonna pick up some more cool silver. Alrighty, guys. Again, if you haven't made a comment in a few minutes, please leave a comment so I can get you in the races.
Hi, Johnny.
Evening, Johnny. Johnny.
They found the Mr. Snow. That's the actor who's playing it.
Who's that?
The actor who I just put up. He's playing
Oh.
Mr. Snow in the Hunger Games, November the 6th, 2026.
Were they remaking them?
Yeah.
Or are they
Yeah.
doing like a prequel or continuation?
I think it's consideration. I'm surprised.
They're redoing a lot of movies now lately that I don't think should be
Ralph
done.
Fiennes. Okay. Yeah, he's a pretty good actor.
Ralph who?
Fiennes.
Oh, Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes. Fiennes. Okay. Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see him in that role.
He was good in Harry Potter. He was the bad guy, so
Yes, he was Voldemort.
Um,
yeah.
Gary Oldman could do good in that one.
Yes. Mike, are you Michael Farley?
Yep.
Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis, maybe. Morgan Freeman, maybe.
Yeah, well, Morgan Freeman, I hate to say it, but though Morgan Freeman's getting up there.
Yeah.
s- no, don't
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you speaking up so I can get you in there.
Oh, what's his name?
Don't forget to get Jeremy digging up the Carolinas in there.
He is definitely in there.
Back road hillbillies.
I know, such a cool name. I got him in there too.
Jack Black.
Jack Black looks pretty distinguished with that white beard he's got.
Or Johnny Depp. Johnny would be a good Mr. Snow.
I thought he was a fun Willy Wonka.
Mhm. I like him as
All right, guys, we got it says four, hang on.
Pirates Caribbean, whatever his name is.
We've got 42 good people in here, and I'm missing 6 people. So 6 people need to let me know you're here if you want to get in the races. Howdy, Tom Riley.
Howdy, Tom.
All righty, Bill, let's present, share screen, robot race timer. All right, Bill, let's see what we got for silver hanging out here. All right, Bill, I do have enough that we can use one. I didn't know if I had any barbers left, but yes, we've got a few barbers left. We can go barber dime tonight. All right, guys, do we got everybody's name in here? Let me see if anybody else has come in real quick. Nope, same group. Alrighty, guys, let's run this race. I'm gonna run this race. Alrighty, guys, this will be for a barber dime. All right, why aren't I getting the set? Okay, there we go. Shuffle characters, shuffle a third time. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
Torchy said throwing a colored tuning for DAL. Thank you, Torchy.
Boom. Thank you, Miss Torchy. All right, let me write these down, Bill. Thank you, Torchy.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No fair, Angie's throwing elbows. I think they're creatures, Scott. I think they're robots.
They're little robots, yeah. Alrighty, gang.
Oh, Mary's coming from behind, but she dropped back.
Well, Miss Torchy's up there. So is Brian. Jeremy digging up the Carolinas. I just have their address on speed dial.
Huh.
All right, here comes Carrie at the last second. Boom, it's going to be Carrie. Boom. Way to go, Carrie. Oh, look who finished second.
Oh,
I have no idea, Scott. Mary says crap. Carrie says, all right, cool. All right, I'll be sending Carrie out a Barber dime. And Miss Torchy does DAL. And she said a toonie, Bill.
yes, that's what she said.
All righty, let's see who's DAL. Mr. J. Paul.
Jay Paul, you here?
Thanks, Carrie. Okay.
Jay Paul.
Give us a whoop whoop, Jay.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up, a hoot, holler, something. Otherwise, it will be going to Tom Riley by the looks of it. You don't want to get McClory, Jay Paul.
Yeah, you don't want to get McClory. Howdy, Mr. Tully. Sure, if you want, Jeremy, call me after the stream. Or give me a call tomorrow. Either one.
Tom Riley says here, so we know he's here.
Yep, he's here. All right, let's I didn't really think we'd have to do the timer tonight, but let's go ahead and start the timer.
All right. Jay Paul says here.
Okay, boom, there we go.
He's having internet issues. Well, you made it in time.
Jay, I'm sure Miss Torchy will put up her email.
You already did.
I already did. You guys rock.
Claude?
You guys rock. Hi, Miss Patty Dirtclod. All righty, guys, let me add these names to the next race. All righty, we got Miss Patty in there. Well, Bill, apparently I'm still pissing people off because I still get 2 negatives every Sunday.
Oh, how the hell with them wrong?
Minardo's Master Racing Lounge. There you go, 5 Mile.
Don't feed the trolls, Rob. Yep. You ignore them, they go away.
Well, I do ignore them, and they haven't gone away.
Oh,
But I will tell you this, Mystic. I just wait for the day, Mystic, that YouTube has some glitch with their matrix, and it shows you who left them, because that is not going to be a good day for those 1 or 2 people. But I have a feeling I know it is. It's a couple people that, that I no longer invite into the stream. Ew, Mark. Ew. Yes,
Yeah.
Mystic, that would be wild to see is right.
Well, I've got to call it.
Mike, have a good night, sir.
good night, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for the trivia tonight, Mike. Yeah, Torch. That's exactly right, Mark. Make a short out of that.
Yeah. You get thousands of views on that.
Yeah.
I'll have to find the right person they can
I've
track.
got to go
that.
back. I've got to go back and find the video clip of Zeus puking in my shoe, Bill, because I made a short of that and I never put it on. I need to put that on because, like you said, I'm sure that would get thousands of views.
Oh, yeah. People just love the weird stuff. It's like we were talking over at Angie and Rick's, you know. There's that one channel, the guy's got a camera on his chicken coop 24/7. Middle of, it's like 3 a.m. on a Friday night, and there was like 300 to 400 people in there watching the chickens and chatting about chickens.
You know, it goes back to the old stand-up comedian George Carlin. You nailed 2 things together that have never been nailed together before in this country, and some schmuck will buy it.
Yeah,
Somebody out there, Bill, will watch it. Okay, it's you know,
doesn't matter.
different strokes for different folks. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, Torchy, I just checked because I hadn't been home all day. I've been after the doctors. Like I said, I went around and hit 7 banks and returned coins, and I haven't been home all day. And then I got home real quick, and Denise and I got ready to go out to trivia. I actually did have time to say a real quick hi on Angie's stream that Bill was on tonight. How'd that go, Bill?
Well, great.
But yeah, there was a lot of good familiar faces in there.
It went by quick too. I was surprised. I mean, it was like just boom, it was over.
Well, unfortunately, when we have our trivia break at 8, it was right around 8 o'clock. It only lasted like 6 minutes, so I was able to go on, say hi to everybody. But I did leave the stream running on my phone, put down because we can't have our phone visible. But I did leave the stream running for all the time. But yeah, Torch, I put that short on today of Zeus blocking Milo in the doorway. 1,300 views today.
Yeah.
I'll take
That
that.
would have made
any day
a
of the
great
week.
video, Mystic. He had a video that he lost of finding a possum passed out with a can of beer inside a tree.
Oh, and I also want to thank everybody for all the super chats and the super chats and the gift member donations, guys. It wasn't a record day, but it was one of the biggest days I've had in a while in super chats. So thank you all, guys. Again, that money's going to be right back into the channel. We're going to go buy more silver and run more duck races for all you good people.
Thank you, Medical.
Howdy, Medical. Exactly, 5 Mile. And that's going to be my reaction, too. Yeah, Mark, I said that at the trivia table tonight. My buddy said, you might want to rephrase that, Rob.
I like the one from Nobody. When he asked what he was, he goes, I'm an auditor. He goes, they send me in to make sure there's no one left behind to say anything. You don't want me coming.
And you don't want me to be the last person you see because I will be the last person you see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, Angie. Those shorts of the dogs and delivery people are just great, Angie. Yeah, Charlie hits the parking rides, not banks. LOL. You know, it's funny, Bill. I got two banks right now that are kind of telling me don't bring any more halves in for a while. We're kind of they just sit here and they take up space in there
Yeah.
because they don't want to pay the armored car company to take them back. So they just wait and see if anybody asks, and nobody comes. And I have two other banks that go, oh man, this is great. Somebody came in today looking for halves. We're going to call them up and we'll have them come in tomorrow. And I got two banks that just take every half I want because keep people come in looking for them. And so fortunately, guys, with the two banks here that I take coins back, both of them have over 20 branches here, each in the Tampa Bay area. So I'm fortunate that I can liquidate my halves. There is an audience for every channel. Exactly, Kelly. Hi, John Chum. Good evening. Wow, Grandma Kelly just got home. She's been doing a long drive today. Oh, nice, King's Gold. I'm going to go check that out. Nice. King's Gold, I apologize. I was not subscribed to you, sir, but I am now. Boom. Yeah, Bill, I've seen the previews for Nobody 2.
Yeah.
And it looks good. And they've got Tom Hanks' son playing the corrupt sheriff. You betcha,
Yep.
King's Gold. I apologize. I thought I was already. Anybody that I'm not subscribed to that's on these streams or that's in here, I will definitely try and make sure that I'm subscribed to. Hi, Miss Diana. Crazy about a Mercury. Welcome. Now, Bill, is yours doing that? Hang on, let me go to yeah, yours don't have that
Hi, Diana.
beta. Oh, yeah, it does. Gregory Gibson's number 1 for chatting. Jay Paul's number 2, and Scott McClory's been number 3 tonight. Why am I not
Mine's
seeing
been doing
that?
that.
Why am I not seeing that?
You only see it on the YouTube side.
Right, but I've got the YouTube side opened, and oh, there it is. Yep. Okay, there it is. Just got to look, as Denise tells me when I look in the refrigerator, Bill, you just got to look with both eyes.
Yep. Oh.
That's right. See, I forget that it's 3 hours. Was it? How many was it? 3 hours earlier. So Grandma Kelly, it's only 7:40 there, so it's probably still light that she's already gotten home. I'm sitting there thinking it's Scott. It's just a points rating system that YouTube's doing to get people excited about chatting in chats. That it's like a little contest between the chatters to see who's chatting the most, and the people that are chatting the most get points. But the problem is, it's not like the points you can cash in for, like, green stamp prizes or something. They just go away at the end of the chat. It's not like you can keep building them up.
Yeah. Hi, Nathan.
Dog is my co-pilot. Good evening, Mr. Nathan. See, Torchy says, yep, it's still light outside, sitting out back. See, that's nice.
We got 53 in the house, Rob. Thank you all.
Wow. Nice. How many likes we got? If you folks haven't, please smash that like button for Bill. Always a good night when Bill gets over 50 likes. He is at 55 right now. Thank you, good people.
Sweet. Thank you all. Great group of people.
Bill, I'm going to add
As I
the 3 people that came into the races.
As they say, all the cool kids hang out here on Tuesday night.
Absolutely.
She takes me to the gym. Very dark here. Turn on the lights.
Yeah, tonight's forecast dark, followed by widely scattered light in the morning.
Yeah,
Another George Carlin.
yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with his albums, The 7 Words You Can Never Say on Television.
Oh yeah.
I played that. I bet I wore the needle out in that
I used to be Catholic, but now I'm Protestant.
then I grew, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hippy dippy weatherman. Yeah, that's good and great. Or how much is
seven sins in one feel?
yeah? How much is that dog crap in the window?
Said dog.
You knew it was authentic Doberman Pinscher because it had buttons and cloth in it.
Yeah, as he got older, he did a lot more political commenting, but in his younger days, and if you look at him, Bill, back when he was clean cut, I think he was on the Carson show.
Oh, he was quite a few times. Yeah, that's what got him going. Johnny Carson.
Yeah, if you made it on Johnny Carson, you made it.
And Johnny Carson, if you pissed off Johnny Carson, you didn't make it a lot of times afterwards.
Well, you knew you had a good set if he invited you over to sit next to you.
Yeah.
Sit next to him. Yep.
What I always liked too was George Carlin's his version of America, Sea to Shining Sea. You heard that, haven't you, Rob?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
Oh.
John Chum, yes, I put you in there, sir. You were definitely in there. Mandy, it's not too bad when it's 50 people. I can type 50 in pretty quick, but when there's 120, it's just easier if I use the master list because literally 95, 98% of the people on the list. And if there's anybody to add, like a few weeks ago, we started getting a few new regulars. We got Dagger Cards, something collectibles. We had like 3 new channels come in, and those channels have come back for the last 3 weeks, and I've made them all Smurfs. And those 3 are now regulars, and some people that we haven't seen in a few months, I've dropped them off the master list so I can keep that master list at 200. And the reason I keep the master list at 200, guys, is that way the rows of ducks are 100 ducks. So this way it stays at 2 rows. I used to do it at 250, but that gives you a third row of ducks. And I wanted to make sure that the duck race was long enough so that rows 1 and 2 can mingle, but not so long that you're just sitting there. I've been on streams that they do those 7-minute, 12-minute, hey, let's run a duck race for the whole length of the stream. Me personally, I don't get into those. I mean, if somebody else wants to do it, more power to them, but it's not the way there you go. Graham McKelly's got a premiere in the morning, 7:30 a.m. I saw you on the participant list, Mandy. As long as you said hi to somebody, you're there. Let's make sure we got Northern Found in there.
Thank you, Mary. It was very nice.
But yeah, thank you, Julie and Mandy. All right, we got a lot more people that we hadn't got in a few minutes ago.
Frank says you have him in there twice.
Oh, okay. I do.
Thank you, Frank.
I do. He's correct.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, Frank. All right, well, that gets us a lot closer to where we were. Obviously, folks, if you did not see your name, please let me know. But yeah, John Chum, we got you in there, buddy. Right there. We got Nathan in there. Nice, Kelly. I enjoy doing the races, Mandy. Julie, you and me both.
Rob,
Yes.
put Pat in the race. He is lurking.
Park Rat?
Yep.
Got it. Happy to. That's great, Angie. That's awesome. Jim says put me in 3 times. Good evening, Hobo Rob. That's a name we're going to get in there. Yeah, sorry, Mystic. I only have you in there one time, sir. Got you in there, Rob. Just put you in.
Joe, bad idea, wants to come up to do a event announcement. Okay, Joe, I'll give you the link right here. There's a link, Joe. Hope the weather didn't take you out.
There he is. Oh, he's got the wheel of death.
Yep. There he is. Hey,
There
Joe.
he is. You're on, sir.
All right. Should I wait until after the race?
No, go ahead. We can do
Go
that.
ahead.
Okay. I had to get my card because I have a problem with numbers. The Tulsa Coin Show is between June 12th and 11th in Tulsa, obviously. My daughter and I are going there. I'm going to do some business. And then it's at 71st and Lewis at the Rufkin Convention Center. We've got a lot of our YouTube coin friends that are going to be there. And my daughter and I have acquired a whole bunch of like extra kids meal toys to hand out to the kids, you know, like the toddlers. And you know, they don't care about coins. But I will be standing by pretty much Ida Herring's Stream and Great Scott, their tables, and a lot of coin grading companies are going to be there.
Huh.
We'll look at your coins for free. So if anybody is available to show up, look for the cowboy hat. And the old man would be happy to say hi. And that was about it. Tulsa Coin Show is going to be great. And Ida's table is going to be supporting St. Jude's, and that's where all these little toys are going to go.
Nice.
So I've had a lot of the local fast food restaurants donate extras to me. So we'll be there for like 3 days. So hope to see anyone who can make it there. And now I'm going to jump down. I
Is,
said
is
what
that
I
a
had
big?
to
Is that is that a big show, Joe?
It's a pretty good one. It's at the Rufkin Convention Center. It's basically a lot of Southerners, Okies, and Texans that are going to be running through there. And they have decided to set all the YouTubers up by the bathrooms, which is good for me because I like my coffee. But the people that are going to be there know me well enough to know that if they need to take a break, I can at least watch over their tables. So I'm proud to be part of the coin community as well.
Nice.
And I'm gonna bid y'all peace, and I'm out.
All right, Joe. Thank you for coming up and sharing that. So remember, people, Tulsa Coin Show. Hi, DNL.
Hi, DNL. It's a good show when you have the graders or the mint there. Absolutely, William. We used to have a coin show here that they had somebody come grading, but they didn't get enough people and they closed up. But there's a big show in Lakeland in June, guys. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm trying to get with Mystic. I don't know if Mystic's still in the room tonight. See if Mystic would be interested in going with me. I'll be happy to drive, Mystic.
We used to have coin show. Well, they still do coin shows and gun shows at the local fairgrounds back home, but the building's only 2,400 square feet. It used to be like maybe it was free, then they charge $1 admission. Now they want like $10 to get in and $5 parking, and you're going, this is little shows. You know, I'm not going to pay that kind of money to walk in and maybe there's 50, 60 tables there. You can walk by them all in about 10 minutes. No.
That's why I was impressed, Bill, when we went to go see Kathleen Madigan at the Mahaffrey Theater. I mean, the tickets were like $60-$70 a piece. And we went down there and Denise was like, I wonder if they got like close handicap parking. And then we saw a sign that said valet parking, $5.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was as close as you could be to dropping your car off. I mean, hell, I handed the guy the $5, gave him a $5 tip, and Bill, it was the shortest walk I had with my cane up there. And I've never seen valet parking for $5 anywhere. Moon,
No.
Good evening, Moon.
Well, we're going to do one last race, or what do you want to do, Rob?
Yep, we'll do one last race, Bill.
Okay, because it's 10:56.
All righty, guys. I've got the 6 or 7 people that came in. I know, Zaxxon, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, okay, Bill's got the race back up there. Set. Shuffle twice. Shuffle 3 times. Shuffle 4 times. Guys, I'm going to do this. I don't know if I have any $2 bills left. I'm going to do this for a star note, Bill. Let's go for a star note tonight, guys. All righty. Torchy says 62 likes. Fantastic. All righty, guys. This is for a star note. 3, 2, 1, and go. Wow, Bill, you're right. It's already that time. It was like 10:30 a minute ago.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Angie. As long as you hit it, Grandma Kay, that's all that counts.
As long as you hit it, Grandma.
What are we at for likes here? Let's hit the refresh button. Did we get to 60? 65. Wow, you people rock.
Nice. Thank you.
That's a good number for Mr. Bill.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Chop Shop. You guys are awesome.
Bill, this stream has grown nicely. Thank you, Chop Shop. Hobo Rob says, I was 58. Boom. Thanks, Hobo Rob. Boom. Thank you, Grandma Kelly.
Thank you, Grandma Kelly.
You'll at the floodgates.
Hit my goal. Thank you very much.
All righty, guys. 16 seconds left. Carrie's up there again. Greg's up there. Brian. Wait, here comes Madison, Maine. I don't know if Richie's still watching us because it's quiet time. Is he going to hold on? Boom. Yes, he did.
Hi, Nick. You're coming in. We're just getting ready to leave.
The
Richie,
one red
you're
eye
still watching.
Okay, let's see if Richie's in here. But just in case he's not, I shall start the timer.
Yep. Oh, man. Richie's going to hate that he's been McClory. That's the rules we got. Unless otherwise stated, you got to be here to win the prize.
Because we know oh shit, I hit the button, Bill.
Oh, no.
That's all right. I know Hobo Rob was second. Let me go
Okay.
let me go back on the other channel. Let me go back on the other. The hell did I do that for?
I don't know.
Because I'm a Menardo, that's why.
That's okay. My YouTube's behind, so it hasn't finished yet.
Wow, you're way more behind than mine.
Yeah, Madison, Maine, Hobo Rob, I'm Zaxxon, Tom Kingery, Kerry Holderhead, and David Nelson. Top 6.
All right, well, we're waiting for Richie. Like I say, it might be quiet time at Richie's. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's the stop.
And
So
Hobo Rob was next.
Hobo Rob, you still here? Yeah, Rob's here. He
Says,
says, I'm
"I'm
here.
here."
Hobo Rob's going to get me money. Rob, Bill will put up my email. Get that right out to you, Rob. Congratulations. I did, Angie. I hit a button. I just drunk just like that,
I
Angie.
think I got that right. flthunder@me.com.
Thunder@me.com. That is correct. There you go, Hobo Rob. I think I do have his address, but you never know. It never hurts to have it updated.
Yeah, that's for
thank you,
sure.
good people. We ran 2 races with 3 prizes tonight, 3 winners. And thank you to Ms. Torchy for the DAL. See, look, J. Paul's got it.
Yeah.
Wow, we tied that time perfect, 11 p.m.
Yep. Everyone, thank you for being here. Thank you for, thank you all. I mean,
It's been guys, 65
Great
likes,
night.
48 people still here. Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
All righty, guys. I've already spent $230 on silver in the last 30 days, and I'm going to be probably buying more tomorrow, guys, just so I can give it all back to you good people.
And I imagine Thursday night we'll be doing a coin roll hunt, maybe, Rob?
We do have one box left, Bill.
And I guess we'll be doing a coin roll hunt Thursday night.
All righty,
There you go.
guys. All right, take care.
Good night, everybody.